And that is how that eagle lost its eye. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting story. I mean, who am I kidding? Monk's out of my league.
Oh, babes.
It's all right. We both know
2 in the morning, 3 pints. How many ones?
You've had more than 3 pints and 2 in the morning. Of gin, maybe.
I've forgotten how.
Monk, I think you're the guy to come to for this one.
Go on then. What
are your top hobby tips? Top hobby nips.
Top hobby nips. I think JB covered that, didn't he?
Unfortunately, he did. It was flashing us, but it was
top hobby nips.
Yeah, the best.
I would say comfort, which again goes back to what JB was. He was very comfortable, and that is, sit comfortable, get your elbows on the table, make a triangle, get support, put your glasses on if you need them, get lots of light. Get a sharp knife for cutting sharp things. Get a blunt one for hacking through shit. Get comfortable. Yeah. Get everything in arm's reach that you might need. Again, it all kind of goes back to me making things as a carpenter professionally and making things as a hobby. And it's all about first order retrieval. What can you put in your pockets and on your tool belt? Where do you put your things on your workbench? Ergonomics. Comfort, ergonomics. Yeah.
I was talking to Aidan. He keeps his paint rack just behind him. So he just goes like this and gets whatever paint he needs.
Yeah.
Whereas I have to get up. If I haven't got my paint on my desk, I have to get up and walk to a cupboard, get a box out and go, where is it in here?
Yeah.
So I'm very jealous of being able to just have that instant, what do I need? Be able to do it straight away.
I'll have to, I've got all manner of ideas, all kinds of bits of furniture and stuff that I've made over the years, and many of them are kind of like gravitating towards things I can make for the nerd in London that doesn't have the space. And it's like, open a door, there's your paint space, and close it, and it looks like it vanishes. I did a thing for Henry, and it's a 3x3 board that's just a picture frame on the wall, and the picture frame folds down and becomes the leg, and there's your 3x3 board that you can play on or hobby on or whatever. And it folds up.
Nice.
He's a little flat and a kid and blah blah blah. Similar situation to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a tray, and I've got some. At Christmas I do like satsumas in those little wooden MDF pallet things. So two of those on a tray, and I pick that up, put it down, and I can take them off and get what I need. And I've got little plastic containers holding everything in, and it was a chalkboard that sits on top. Yeah, that's my little tray. So all my models are on there, and I get my little tiny pallet and unpack, and I can pack it all away again. And I just go pick it up, put it away. It's done.
Whip it out. Do something. Do you use stuff in front of the telly when you sit next to the
totally. Podcast on, or which is my favourite. I tend to find I prefer podcast rather than a TV show because I'm not going. Oh no.
Yeah. You've stopped.
It's just listening to stuff instead. And magically, as you go along, suddenly it's like, oh, I've done all their legs. I painted them all.
Yeah, not thought about it, and you've probably got them quicker. And again, it's another hobby tip: is don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah.
Less fucks.
Be fearless. I say be fearless.
That's a more polite way of saying it.
Because I think we're talking about the previous. I think it might have been with JB again.
Yeah.
Obsessed. Aidan's going to get jealous.
Oh no, Aidan's got better hair though.
I really couldn't comment. I've had there's been a cease and desist. What I was going to say.
No, I know his hair is distracting.
Two very beautiful young men who we love. We were saying about having a model that's very good.
Yeah.
And you're so intimidated by it that you never paint it. It's pointless. You need to get on and just, I'm going to paint this model, and if I muck it up, I've learned something while I'm doing it, and I can go on to the next model, and I've learned for each one.
Or to that same model, you just dip it in your BioStrip 20, and in 5 minutes you've got that paint off because sketch. Well, I mean, look, again, it's Michelangelo. You know, some of those drawings don't make any sense. That fucking tank net was never going to work. He put the axle on the wrong side. So the front wheels went one way and the rear wheels went the other. And he's a genius, you know. But it's just sketching ideas and working. So this one's not perfect, but the next one will be closer. Perfection is a goal, but excellence will do.
Yes.
Either that or just have a couple of cans and you don't worry about it.
Yeah. There's models I've been like, I'm really worried about, and I've just gone and I've just done them, and then do you know what? I don't really play with them that much anyway, so it's like, you know.
The other one is just paint the front of it, because you're only going to see the back, because the front of it's facing your mate, and the back of it, who's looking at that? I've won an award. I've got an award for an army. I only painted the back of them. It was all in shadow. Alpha Legion trickery, that is.
That is nice. Okay, kids, you can cut your paint time down by half if you do half of it in shadow.
Yeah. Paint the bit from the top and don't paint the back. No one will notice. Because how often do you go, oh, just lost the golden demon because of that.
True story, kids. True story.
I can't see the back of my own feet, Andy. I can't see the back of my own feet. And that's why I don't paint my own feet. No. Stronger.
And on that bombshell.
Monkey hasn't feet.
That's Monkey's top hobby tip. Is that he can't see the back of his feet.
Yeah.
What's your best hobby tool?
My apron. Yep. I wear an apron when I paint.
Is it there with you right now?
No, it's up in the hobby room, but it's just like a waxed cotton apron, strap over the shoulder, so I can put the my clippers or whatever, that tool that's coming backwards and forwards. So I just grab it there, stand. But what it does is it goes over my knees, and when you ping that bit off and it goes, it invariably lands on your lap. That's a hobby tip as well. Hold the bit you want to keep. Then when you clip, the whole sprue flies away. No, it doesn't. If you're holding the bit you want to keep, you fucking idiot, it doesn't fly around the room.
That might be an amazingly good tip that I have not heard.
Hold the bit.
I have not heard that in 43 years. No one has told me that tip, and I'm like, that is so obvious.
Yeah. The other one,
because there are bits that I've cut tiny bits off for a ping, and you hear ding somewhere in the distance. You're like, yeah, that's going to feed the Hoover. It's gone.
It's gone. Oh, we got floorboards, so you can lose a whole Space Marine head.
Yeah, easy.
Gone. Yeah, thousands of them. Yeah. So get comfortable, put your penny on, and trim your bits, and you'll catch them in your thing. It just means I can just throw it on, do some modelling, not worry about the paint, and I can lean back a bit, comfortable, just sand that or paint it back here, and I'm not worried about getting my lovely Hate Club t-shirt dirty.
Which would be a travesty.
Yeah. I'll wash it one day. Don't want to get there. Lose the glow for the thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mönk.
But other than that, airbrush. Get an airbrush. They're brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Everyone who's got an airbrush, I'm very jealous. I don't have space or storage for a...
There's lots of people that are like, oh, it looks like an airbrush paint job. You can paint things to look very airbrushed. Big fades across panels on vehicles and things. But it's literally just like, it's quicker to get paint on lots of models than with a brush.
Doing a fade with an airbrush just seems like a weapon glow.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great tool for either laying on lots of paint, getting on lots of base. If you're a Space Marine, it's ultramarine blue. It's something or other salamander's green. It's blood. If your predominant colour is that's your army colour, bang, 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 and you just that model underneath, not the back, obviously. Throw it over there. I've painted like 2,000 points of Space Marine in a fortnight, or evenings after work, getting ready for
so quite slow then.
Pretty slow, yeah.
For me,
yeah. But again, there's different levels of fucks given.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good colour on it. Done.
Good. Yeah, I mean, there's point of pride in having a nicely painted army. 3 colours minimum is the kind of tournament theme.
So
I think it's rude not to put a reasonably painted army.
Oh,
down
absolutely. Yeah.
At an event.
I don't get how well it's painted. I just want to see that you tried.
Yeah. I've only ever been offended by one person at an event that it was the death of Seventh. It was Dan's. It was they called it Warhammer Fest, but we called it Dan Fest. It was Dan's 18th birthday, and we all played orcs. 7 of us playing orcs back when warring was a thing. And you'd hear somebody scream "war," and then somebody else would scream "war, war, war," and it was hate club members bellowing our lungs out, warring across the room. And I was playing this guy, and it was the 5th game of 5, and he had 2 knights, Warp Spider, Eldar, and Flamer Zinch things, because they ally. It was, very broken, very silly, and he straight up to my face said, "I wanted to try it as broken as I could." And he legitimately said, "They've only got 2 colours on them. I painted them yellow, and then I put a green wash over them, and they looked bad." And he was utterly unapologetic. And I'm there. I'd borrowed Toby's orcs.
Yeah,
he's got enough orcs that he could play his orcs, and I could play the leftovers, the other 5 wagons or whatever it was. And he's got this beautifully crafted pirate ship, and I've got my orc knob on the front of the boat, punching his knight in the face from the prow of the boat. And he's poorly painted models that he'd borrowed from his friends and things. And that was I felt a bit put out. It's can't you see that, didn't get the social arrangement, and it was a really dull game apart from anything.
Yeah,
but
often the case with these super killer lists is no.
Yeah, I had 4 other great games.
Yeah.
But you saw some games, some tables that had 2 Primarchs on 2 Chaos Primarchs on the table.
Primarch versus Primarch.
Yeah.
Or on the same side.
On the same list. Yeah. Primarch.
Wow.
But different people play it for different reasons.
Yes,
some people don't realise that they are. But I like to point it out sometimes.
I hear you loud and clear, Mönk.
I've got opinions. I designed this T-shirt with an anarchist A on it. I don't hide much of a shrinking violet. Yeah. Ask me some questions where I can't give controversial answers.
So I can't remember. Did I ask you what your motivational tips were? Was that the answer to motivational tips? I can't remember now.
Who knows? Tool. That was hobby tool, wasn't it?
Oh,
it was my apron. Yeah.
Apron. Be comfortable. BJB. Be comfortable.
Be comfortable. Yeah. I wish it's very.
And Aidan, with his paints just there. BJB.
Yeah.
Be Aidan. Well, how do you stay motivated, Mönk?
I mean, right now I'm not that motivated because I had a really good run of things, and I think my eyesight has really killed. So I'm wearing my glasses more than normal.
I found my eyes have been really bad in lockdown. I suddenly thought maybe it's because I'm just indoors the whole time. I'm never seeing further than 6 foot.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't leave the house for 10 weeks because I was that fucked, and even then what is this big wide world? Those are cars. That's a tree. Wow. Yeah, it was very odd. And for those weeks that I've not painted, I still can't quite focus on where I used to be able to see things.
Yeah.
I need an eye. Obviously, opticians are closed and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm old. I need varifocals. But that's the thing. No, do I stay motivated? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I'll go through weeks of doing things, and everybody knows the tricks. Have another project you can jump on to, just go, I fancy that. Paint lots of robots. Have something organic. Paint, chop and change what you're doing. Things with big panels. Things with little panels. Change it up. Yeah, it's different for everybody.
Variety is the spice of life.
That's right. That's right.
Chop and change different things to keep you going.
Yeah, yeah. Just every now and again. If you're the one that I do, that I find works for me, I think don't beat yourself up that you're not doing hobby. It's a hobby. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Who are you? Why?
Yeah.
That kind of. You and Aidan, I think, mentioned it. It's that idea that I've spent money on it, so I have to do something with it. Was the not fear of loss? It's something
sunk cost fallacy.
Sunk cost fallacy. It's like it's not losing value. It's not. Where is it going? It can stay there on that shelf. It'll be fine. It's not missing you. But then sometimes that shelf is the answer. It's just go in your hobby room, tidy up, rummage around. I fucking forgot about that. And all of a sudden you've got motivated and you've put it with your airbrush and you've put your base colour on with your airbrush and then you've cleaned your airbrush and put it down and then all of a sudden you've got your old bristly things out and you've painted something and you've been inspired to paint a unit to go with it or that's the basis for your Frostgrave.
Yeah.
Or your Warcry or your insert game here. Yeah.
Yeah. There definitely have been days when I'm working on a project. I'm like, I just don't want to work on it. And I'll pick up, what else have I got? Undercoated. Yeah. This one. And I'll just paint that up. And then, I haven't worked on that project, but I have now painted a model that wasn't painted before. It's done.
You sorted those piles out.
Yeah. My piles are in best condition they've been for a while, actually, Mönk.
Yeah.
Although, obviously, Tim has swollen them slightly today.
He does that.
He's a rascal.
Let's not talk about his big box anymore. It's the first 5-hour Hate Club podcast. Oops.
Poor Gary's got to edit this. So we're really sorry, Gary.
He's lived with me.
He's going to have to put a few bleeps in, isn't he, for you today?
Poor mother. Oh.
Tell me, Mönk,
about
your favourite game.
Beer, fuck's sake. Come on,
Supposed to be your second favourite game.
Second favourite game. Yeah. Hey, That's My Fish. You're not played that. You're not living.
I've heard that's very good, actually.
It's really good. I have a deep love for Space Cadets. But again, it's a tricky one to play because it's quite shouty. And you have to get 4 or 6 people. Even 10.
We're quite a reserved bunch at the club as well. So it's probably a few people are afraid to sort of make too much noise.
Yeah, it's odd, that, isn't it? Yeah. That's a cracking game. Both board games, I guess. Carcassonne, love Carcassonne. Can't go wrong with Carcassonne. You can play it straight up. You can play it pissed up. You can, it's a great game after dinner with, very low bar. You play a quick game. You've learnt it. Off you go. And then like lots of the long-lasting game. Chess, may have heard of that one. It's quite a popular game, I gather. Or
Regicide.
Regicide, yeah. Royal Game of Ur, Dan and I have been playing. The original rules in cuneiform, for Christ's sake. We made up a little set, and I'd made up a set, and we were playing it on the kitchen table a few months back before I got ill, as I say. And that was really great fun. And it's, a number of thousands of years old. Simple games that add complexity. But the best of all, I think 40k, but it's because I like the story. I love the grim dark. I love it as much as the game has won and lost me over the years. Putting my back out, carrying so many rule books around. Shut up.
It's no one can deny the background is one of the deepest for any game out there. I mean,
it's so rich. It's taken these interesting ideas from across, science fiction and boils them together and has a great narrative that a lot of people miss the nuance of, or the massive irony. How many people we have to ban?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hopefully no more.
We live in interesting times. May you live interesting times, the Chinese curse. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting it out of
So-
our system. We're getting it all out of our system, and then
Things swing one way.
2021 is going to be a bloody utopia.
Not to be too funny about, people have this idea that in the old days we all lived in villages and played cricket on the green.
Yeah.
That never happened. That never happened. It's this idealistic image of what the world used to be like, and it's not like it used to be. We
Drinking
we had
tea that was picked by slaves.
Yeah.
The sugar that was, off the soapbox. Yeah. I agree entirely with you, Andy. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Anything.
Yeah. Even within our lifetime, threat of nuclear war, loads of stuff going on all the time.
Yeah.
But this is just a bit more. Anyway, another bombshell.
Hello, mate. Yeah.
What game do you fancy playing in the future? What's on your horizon? You're like, oh, I like a bit of that. Oh, I'd love a bit of that.
Well, there's one I can't say anything about that I'm quite excited about.
Is it Infinity?
I really like the idea of Infinity. I lived with JB when it really grabbed him, and he described it wonderfully. But I think it would be the worst game ever for me to play because I have.
I would love to watch you playing Infinity. I think everyone would enjoy that.
Yeah, it's because it's so. The last thing I want to do when I go down the club is do something really intense because I've been doing that all day at work, and I want to switch off and have a bit of, oh, you're doing that. I can talk to somebody on the next table while my opponent's having their turn, as much as that is a positive and a negative of games.
I find when I go away to events, I don't go away to events very often, but when I go away to events, the best bit is going away with the lads, going up and maybe having a drink and a chat and talk and everything. And the games themselves, I'm so focused on thinking, I get a headache. I'm exhausted from just thinking, and I'm like, yeah.
So it's what you're saying is just play beer. Just go back to the hotel, sit outside the hotel, and play beer, and say, "Oh, I had this great game doing this, a great game doing that."
I'm saying we should go away and play Oi That's My Leg.
Yeah, play Oi That's My Leg around a campfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we can all sit socially distanced, high as balls on mushrooms. Playing Oi That's My Leg, quite literally spaced out. Is that my leg? What's that my leg? They've gone off again. Yeah.
Yes.
Still got 2 more. It's fine. Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do. Shiitake are fine.
That's what I meant. That's totally what I meant. Shiitake.
Button. Beef.
That's the game I want to play after all this ends.
Stir fry.
Yeah. I just want to go out and pick some mushrooms with you all. Scamper through the woods saying, "Oi, that's my leg." Yeah. Game of beer, some 40k. Just being in a room with some of the nerds in 2 or 3 years' time.
Yeah, we can finally get out of the houses. Here you go. This is probably the toughest question for you. What's your favourite club memory?
I'd love to say it was a memory, but it's kind of like flashes, like little bits of it where people have gone, that happened and that happened. It was Tim's leaving do. Tim, he of the lovely box.
Oh no, different Tim.
Different Tim. That's whose box I've been talking about.
Tim. Glasses. Plays Infinity.
Oh, I don't know that Tim. Oh, no, that Tim. Yeah, I built Tim's house. Oops. I did some work on his flat. Hang on.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Gary can edit this all out. I'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about Tim, who moved down. I can't think of his surname. Moved down to Devon.
Yes.
To live in a
I know
village
who you mean.
Yes. Tim that designed and printed the mats that we play on. That's
I know.
Not know that because that's a long time ago. But Tim was my DM for many a year, and we used many wonderful hours of D&D getting pissed to the point of you can't focus on the dice. And his leaving do was spectacular, I believe. That was good times. Your birthday, where some idiot picked me up and waved me around and put his back out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, there are many. But I think, the T-shirt was one of my favourite as well. When we went all mob-handed up to Warhammer World, and there was
that when you ruined 40k for everyone?
No, that.
We're on a Hindu.
That we went on a Hindu. We walked into the car park and we were chatting shit all the way along the canal. We often stay at the Marina Hotel, like a mile walk up the road from Games Workshop headquarters, carrying our army cases, and we've gone into the car park, the Aquila on the wall, the Rhino in the corner, the giant Space Marine, and the Sigmarite.
Of course.
And some random dude made some comment about the T-shirts, and we just all turned around and in unison went, "We're on a Hindu," and that became a war cry. And that, I think, is
to this day
just a beautiful encapsulation of what Hate Club is. It's like this army of idiots being silly and having loads of fun at you. And if you don't like fun, what the fuck are you playing to the soldiers for?
Hopefully never hurting anyone. That's the plan.
Our own livers probably suffer more than anyone
else. Yeah. Lovely.
But in Hate Club fashion, ruining 40k.
Is that your favourite memory, was being on a Hindu?
So many wonderful memories. Yeah,
where you performed so many Hindus. Ladies and gentlemen, the marvellous magical Mönk. Magic Mönk.
Hey, that's the other bit of the internet. That's behind a paywall. Yeah.
And if you'd like to know more about that, you can DM Mönk directly.
www.
And on that bombshell, I'm off to go and Google that now and have a look myself. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back soon. Now, for all of you who are still here listening after the longest
I've grown a beard.
interview ever, because I got to go and have my tea. I've got a lovely stir fry. My wife's about to cook me. But we have got the 4 big questions.
Yeah.
The big ones, which is what you've been waiting for. You've been holding on for the 4 big questions at the end. And I know Mönk's quite excited.
What?
Are you ready?
What?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready for the 4? Are you ready for your big ones? Here we go. The 4 big ones. Number 1. Mönk. Mönk. What is your favourite paint and why is it Nuln Oil?
Big Nuln Oil fan for many years. Liquid Talent.
It's the Devil and Blood for a new generation. Devil and Blood. That's not right, is it? It's Devil and Mud.
Yeah. I don't know where you're getting your paint, but yeah. Devil and Mud. Nuln Oil.
Devil and for the Devil and God.
Well, I tell you what. I use oils now.
What?
Yeah.
Oil paint.
Yeah, I used to use it years ago. My dad, when he taught me how to, doing airfix kits and things, paint the colour, do the oil wash, blah blah blah.
They call it a pin wash, don't they? You mix, you mix in like mineral meths, a little bit of meths,
some for the paint, some for the painter, and
don't drink meths; it will kill you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Sorry, internet, don't do that. Hey, look. Just as long as you get the light in you, and let's not go there. A pin wash basically means you're painting into the corner of a thing. So you're applying the wash. A wash is a bad name for what a wash is. It's a bad name for a product because you're not supposed to dip. It's not a literal dip. It's not a literal wash. You should paint it judicially where you need it.
Yeah, because when I do my army guys, I go, I'll put a soft tone. I cover the whole thing. And then sometimes I'll get a bit of tissue and I'll rub it over So it just takes off the highlights off the raised areas, but
oils do that in a very similar way, but they flow nicer. You don't have to literally toss it on. Capillary action. So you touch that line on your towel robot, and it shoots all the way along.
Yeah.
The surface tension of the oils being lower than water, just pull it through that much more than.
Yeah.
And you can do just beautiful things, and it's more mobile. Oil pigments stay live on the model for longer. You can slather it on and then rub it off with cotton buds, kitchen roll. There's a guy, this fabulously Italian guy, that I have shared his YouTube video, Marco Frissini or something like this, who does this beautiful videos. Really, he can describe it far better than I can in the last 2 hours of our podcast. Yeah, we really like oils. Just paint your model, maybe with as much contrast as you normally would, maybe a bit more. Put your oil paints on. Oil paints you get from the art shop, watered down with a bit of maths, as you say.
Oh, what do you use, like a black or a brown? What colour would you use?
The same as your Devlin muds and your whatnots.
So earth tones normally. Yeah. Could you use, like, if you were doing a red model, could you go and get a dark red?
Do a purple. Do a dark brown. Do consult your local YouTube painting enthusiast. I'm not going to wax lyrical about it because that's not what we're here for. But yeah, try out oil paints. Have a look at using oils on your minis. Yeah. It's really good. Dan's been doing loads of it on his Titans that he's been churning out. He's been.
Yeah, I keep thinking that I want to give it a go, but I'm a bit worried about having all the fumes going through the house. I think the wife would be a little upset. Like, why does this house smell of meths? Like,
well, meth oils, and it's quite heady. Might be your issue. It's not ideal. Yeah.
Talking about something else that's quite heady.
Yeah.
Mönk.
Yeah.
What's your favourite dice?
I fucking hate dice, man. I don't know why I even touch the things. You ever seen me roll dice?
They hate you.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for Rick, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick. Thanks, bruv. You should see me and Rick play a game. It's like the two of us standing in this wet paper bag trying to fight our way out of it. Ridiculous. That, and both of us chat shit. So we talk for 2 hours. We flail at each other with our armies, and nothing happens. But you know what?
You all go home.
But you know what? My wallet's empty, and we've had a good laugh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Again soon, Rick. Play again soon, love. Yeah, I hate dice. I've got it tattooed on me. Dice for luck.
I thought that was instruction for carrots.
That's my other podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, the cooking one.
www. Sorry, what?
Mönk carrot. No, don't. For the love of, I have no idea where that would take you. Don't type that in.
More. Yeah, no.
I'll take you into the dark net. Don't go there.
Oils, have a look. They're good. Yeah.
But seriously, what is your favourite dice? You got to choose what. You got to choose one.
Got to choose one.
That's them's the rules.
Something non-Euclidean. Something that like rolls. No.
You can get some nice D2s that are very weirdly shaped. It's like, why not toss a coin?
That's a coin. Yeah. I like percentile, and I think it's because I used to play Heroes Unlimited Palladium role-play game.
Mm-hmm.
Hero, and there was lots of percentile, and everybody knows where you are with percentage chance of. It's how you think of things. So percentiles, which is 2 dice, which is cheating. Sorry,
they're both D10s.
They're both D10s, but there's tens of units, and although I did have a D100, which is you have to roll on a very flat table.
Otherwise, you sure do.
Yeah, sure do.
And you're the man for a flat table. If anyone needs a flat table, please give Mönk a call.
www. Sharp man.
Mönk.
Yes, darling.
It's a serious question here. Are you ready?
Serious answer.
Bards, yay or nay?
Fuck yeah. yeah. I had the idea, and I suggested it to Dee when we were another long-term dungeon master of mine.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee. How you feeling? He's been suffering with it.
Has he?
The long tail, suffering with the long tail, the exhaustion.
Yeah.
Much like anybody watching this, I imagine.
Are they suffering as much as me, Mönk? Is the question I'm asking myself at the moment.
You hungry? You look hungry, Andy.
I'm getting hangry.
You can smell it, and I can't. Sorry, I'm teasing. Was the all barred D&D campaign? So you would have a tour bus or tour cart, and your party would fall off the bus. And if somebody couldn't make it in that week's game, it was because they were drunk from the last session and the gig the previous night. And you would pile out of the barred bus into this new town or new part of the adventure, or you would hit a bump in the road and adventure there. And you could have roadies and girlfriends and the manager with his cricket bat, and you could roll in all the Spinal Tap references you desire and have an all barred party. And
I think you could have it. Mirror. You could definitely have like you've accidentally your new album cover of the demon stuff. You have a genuinely accidentally summoned demons.
Yeah,
and now you got to get out because you've accidentally the lead singer found some cool lyrics in this leather-bound book and you just copied them down.
Yeah.
Klato, Barata, Nectu.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So no, I don't like bards. No.
So no.
No bards.
Mönk. Mimics.
I don't know if I've ever come across a mimic in a Dungeons and Dragons game, fantasy game. I don't know.
Maybe you did, but you don't know.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm a mimic, and Mönk will come on in a minute and give you some sensible answers.
Knowing Mönk, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, mimics. All right. Maybe.
Why not?
Maybe. If you like.
I feel they are a classic of D&D, and so they'd have a place in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. We'll find out later.
Maybe like a mimic mimicking a beholder. I think
why not?
Why not? Dragon mimicking a bard. Yeah.
So that's the last of the set questions. We have one last question from JB.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to try and paraphrase.
Yeah.
Which was druids. What's the point? What are the point of druids? No, I'm presuming he means in like Dungeons and Dragons rather than real life druids, because JB's quite an upstanding young gentleman who's very nice to people. So I don't think he'd be picking on people who don't go to Stonehenge or anything.
As a druid, and druids again. It's not one that's come up in the games that I've played.
They've never sold a beer called Druid. Is the problem? Yeah. Oh, you haven't drank one.
I've had a slumbering monk. I've got a picture of me sleeping next to a pump on a bar. Slumbering monk. Didn't like it. I had a pint. Moved on to something else. I think I had witch's hat or something.
Oh.
I've never felt compelled. I've never been enthused to play one, and I don't think I've ever played in a party with a druid. Yeah, wizards, warlocks, fighters of all shapes and sizes, bards, clerics and paladins, but never a druid.
Never a druid. There we go. So your answer is pretty much, I have no opinion on druids.
Meh.
Yeah. Which in many ways is an opinion. My opinion is I have no opinion, which is because you've never seen one.
Have I? Yeah.
Maybe it was a mimic.
Maybe it was a mimic.
A druid mimic. Or a mimic druid, equally as unlikely. If you're a dungeon master, why not introduce a mimic druid into your campaign and let us know in the comments below.
I'm going to have to go now to one of my favourite YouTube channels, which is WebDM. Oh, I love WebDM. They're really funny. They talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and they feel like very much like these two guys would fit right in at Hate Club. They've got the same attitude of, why are we doing this? What does it all mean? And isn't it nice to be nice to people and have fun? And all of those things. And they seem like they get horribly drunk as well. WebDM, and they do lots of really good shows about character classes and why we play games, and they've got lots of nice historical bits, and people talking about their cavalry one was very good recently. How to use cavalry and why people have impressions of cavalry because they see it in films, and why the police ride horses at protesters.
Yeah, it's very intimidating, a man on a horse.
Yeah, almost like a war crime or something. Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, well, like tear gas. No, you wouldn't want to use tear gas. That would definitely be a war crime. Yeah.
And
oh, did I get
my din? You did. I can't go have my dinner. I haven't got time to talk war crime. But what I do want from you, I want your question, Monk. Is it war? What is it for?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Don't make me sing war pigs at you. Yeah.
Just like witches at black masses. Oh yeah, now
they were raging against the machine. They were. Yeah, that's a shock. Yeah. What, they weren't singing about toasters? Really, people?
I thought they were agreeing with the machine. Oh,
this bloody photocopier, it just won't. Yeah.
Stay focused, Monk.
Yeah, totally.
What's your question?
What's my question? Is there a person that changed your gaming experience, that made you a better gamer, or made you think about how you play games differently?
Is there someone that's sort of like in the hobby that came along and was like changed the gaming for you?
In the hobby, did you read an article? Were they a brother, a mother, an uncle, a mimic pretending to be your mother, or was it maybe a bard sang you a song and you thought, that's changed my perspective?
Yeah. That's a good question, Monk. Well, thank you very much. Before we go, thank you very much.
Sorry, did we break up? Chat shit for hours and then got deep pool at the end.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Gary's gonna have a real treat editing all your swearing out. It's gonna be fun. Poor Gary. He probably hasn't heard half the words he used. Anyway. But before we go, is there anything you'd like to say, or we haven't covered in the questions?
Be excellent to one another. Party on.
Party on, dudes. Party on, dude.
And yeah, I hope the film's better than the trailer looks.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all want two things at the moment. One, for the Bill and Ted movie to be excellent.
Yeah.
And two, to get back and get a fresh, crisp, refreshing pint from Mags.
Yeah. Miss you, Mags. See you soon, babes.
See you, babes. See you soon. She doesn't watch these. She's too busy being Mags.
Yeah.
But thank you very much.
Maybe she's missed us. She's not missed me.
I think out of everyone, Monk, you'll be the person she's missed the most.
Yeah. It's understandable. Fucking adorable, Andy.
You are.
Even if I swear too much. Sorry, Mum. Sorry.
Don't say... Yeah.
Anything.
Right. Monk, I've got a stir fry cooking downstairs with my name on it, so I'm gonna I'm going to say thanks for joining us, as always. Hopefully see you soon at the club or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Socially distant and responsible. Glad to see you on the mend. And take care.
Love you, babes. Love you.
Love you too. Love to everyone. Take care, Mönk. See you soon.
Good,
Bye-bye.
babes. Bye.